Hi everyone and welcome to more Wet Rock and Chocolate Milk. This little piece of paradise is Cyprus and today we're diving the MS Zenobia. The plan for this dive is to check out the upper cargo deck and the bow, so we're heading straight for the entrance to the upper cargo deck. We're entering the upper cargo deck, diving underneath a truck suspended over what used to be a smaller entrance that the trucks on the seabed used to reverse onto the weather deck. In my mind, though, I just gotta think, sir, I don't think you can park like that. Here we also find our first goodie. It's a flashlight. Funny coincidence that one is right where people enter the darkness on the Zenobia for the first time. Still in the cavern zone, we turn towards what used to be the ceiling of the Zenobia. I really like the lighting effects in the cab of this truck. Here we have a brown glass bottle. No idea what used to be inside. From what I can tell, it could have been anything from medicine to beverage. A bit further up, we come across what seems to be a fuse box. I find the cargo deck towards the ceiling an odd place for a fuse box off the ship, but I guess it must have come from one of the trucks, though the shape and placement that doesn't really line up either for me. Not much further, we come across what I suspect to be an electrical panel. It is much too big to come from one of the trucks, so I suspect the fuse box and this electrical panel both are part of the Zenobia. They just ended up in an odd place near the ceiling of the upper cargo deck. Eventually, we make it to the front of the upper cargo deck. Here we can read the important warnings like "Don't idle your engines" and "Don't smoke" in Swedish. English versions are a bit shallower than we are at the moment. We will exit the wreck through a ceiling hatch. On the other end of that opening, we will emerge underneath a deck crane. So, this opening was clearly intentional. I wonder what the designers of the ship anticipated needing a deck crane to lower into or raise from the upper cargo deck. It would mostly be cars and trucks in there, and they certainly wouldn't fit through that opening. Oh, hey, a washing machine drum. I guess this was the crew laundry. The Zenobia also isn't perfectly flat on its side, so this access hole is slightly angled upwards. This makes the air from our open circuit buddies purl along the ceiling, giving a nice effect. And this is the announced deck crane. We're now heading towards the bow, where this amazing visibility allows for some incredible views. Here we can have a nice view of the massive anchor winches. We're now heading back inside, but this time into the space passengers would have been when not with their vehicles. The carpet is still soft, and the tartan looks as if it were installed yesterday. Somehow, I enjoy these massive open spaces a lot more when a vessel is on the seabed than when it is afloat. There's just something to hanging weightlessly suspended in a large open space. Haha, someone strung up a rescue suit. These are essentially airtight sleeping bags with arms. Shame they tied the arms around the suit, though I guess they give unsuspecting visitors quite the scare if the arms are flopping about. Eventually, we reach the other end of the accommodation deck. Here we say goodbye to our open circuit buddies. They have a lot more deco to do, so they will get started on that while we're checking out the starboard funnel. There are a bunch of access openings here that would make for some fun rummaging. And with that, we too must make our ascent.